Hey, collective. Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to dive into the energy today. This is part two of Believe in Your Own Magic. Now, I just recorded a video for the collective, but I was guided to do a part two. So perhaps it's a branch off. You may want to check out that first collective reading if you have not already. But I feel for some of you that are still going through the tower, still going through some changes that had occurred in your past, this may be for those that have already done the healing and they're ready to dive into a new beginning. And I feel like the part two is kind of where that reading left off, right? The birthing of a new creation, the birthing of new opportunities, how to manifest, right? The love, the career, happiness, abundance, whatever it is that your wishes are, whatever you want to align to the energy of, that's what we're going to take a dive into. So welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. If you are interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, part two. Now, of course, you can watch one or the other. It doesn't have to go in together, but it may benefit you to kind of see what's happening in, the past or in that reading here. So let's dive in and see what we have here. Look at this. Take yourself out on a date. I love that. So some of you are reconnecting to the outside world. If you felt like you've been a little bit of in a hermit mode lately, collective, or it just feels like you've been inside a little too much, I feel what you are creating in 2024. I mean, of course, these videos are timeless, but this could be what you're creating in the future is more abundance, right? Because you've been quite busy. Timelines have been jumping like crazy, and it feels like time has just been passing us by in the blink of an eye. It says slow down. 2024 may be a year of more pause, right? More pause and to contemplate before the next leg of your journey. It's in those solitary introspective moments where we learn the most interesting and eye-opening things about ourselves. Take yourself out on a date of sorts, even if it's just a quiet and cozy night at home. Enjoy your own company, of course, but I'm getting another message. I feel like you are opening up to the world. There is something here with you maybe launching a business. This could be you putting yourself out there on social media. For those of you that may have been single, or maybe you've gone through a divorce or a tower in the past that caused you to reflect and caused you to really go inward, I feel like you're going to open yourself up. I do sense that here. Now, for some of you as well, you could be asked out on a date, or there could be new opportunities coming in for you, collective, that you may decide to, shift up your options or change your answers, we'll call it. If you are typically used to saying, no, I'm just going to stay at home tonight, or you guys go have fun. If that's your typical response, I feel like you are, reversing that response. You're going to say, yeah, I will go out. And for those of you who've maybe been too much out there, maybe if there's been a lot of activity in the external, you may be, reversing that approach. You may be saying, I'm just going to be a homebody tonight. I might just stay in instead of going out. I've been going out the last 10 Saturdays. I just want to spend some time at home. But I do feel for a lot of you, this is rejoining or reconnecting to the world at large, building new soul tribe, new groups, new love, new interests, new activities. So I feel like this is part of what you are giving birth to in 2024. Now, we're going to clarify these with the tarot as well, but you also have Mural. Be your own first priority. This is part of you and your magic. This is all about you. So some of you may have been so intently focused on other people or building someone else's dream that you lost sight of your own, right? And this is about you being your own first priority. What are the things that, you are wanting to focus more on in the upcoming year? Because some of you, again, I just feel like you've been nurturing other people. I mean, maybe this is your own children as well. Maybe it is your job, your career. Now, this is about you reassessing those priorities, because whatever you're currently grappling with, you must put yourself first. When you are on an airplane, they always tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before you try to help your neighbor or your kids or your family with theirs. That is to say, if you don't make sure your energy bar is full, then you'll have no energy to give to someone else. Be brave enough to admit when you need to take a step back from the demands of others and work on making sure you are okay. I like that. So that can be part of this homeward as well. It can be part of you taking yourself out on a date or doing some act of self-care. Maybe you've been taking care of everybody else and your body is feeling it. When's the last time you got in to get a massage? Or when's the last time you soaked in a nice long hot Epsom salt bath, right? When's the last time you ate a delicious nurturing meal, home cooked, where you sat down and, didn't look at your phone, you didn't have distractions, you weren't eating standing up? How are ways that you can really take care of yourself and put yourself first? That's part of what you are birthing in the new year. I feel like you're putting your own priorities and your own needs on the front burner, because some of you may at times have a difficult time doing that, because that could be a belief that you have ingrained within you, collective, that says that's selfish. I was taught that I have to take care of others. I was taught that, I'll eat last, or I was taught to let everybody else take the bigger piece of the chicken, right? And I'll just take the scraps. You're not taking the scraps this year, whether it's a scrap of love, whether it's a scrap of dignity. I feel like you are embracing a brand new beginning by saying, this is me. I'm an empress or an emperor. I'm going to create and manifest that abundance, and I'm going to have enough to share only after I fill my own cup. I like this. Beautiful. What else do we have here? Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. And we literally just said, you're not putting up with the scraps of love, or scraps of attention, or, the scraps of an old rickety bone that gets thrown out to you, right? And sometimes we say, well, that's the love that we have. That's the only available thing that we have. So we're just going to settle. We're just going to take it. That's not what you are doing this year. You deserve sugar, not salt. Some people have tried to sabotage you. I feel here, collective, that you have settled for less in the past. It says someone in your life is mistreating you. Maybe you keep trying to see the good in them, or you keep telling yourself that eventually they're not going to throw you that bone. They're going to give you the whole Thanksgiving dinner, when deep down, you know that that's not true. That's not realistic. That may be your imagination talking here. And it says, but they just keep disappointing you again and again. Truth is, some people don't deserve second chances. And they're going like this. So for some of you, it's not just a second chance that you've given someone. You've given them multiple chances. I mean, some of you, you could be throwing up the peace sign, deuces, right? I feel like some of you are saying, I've given you second chance. I've tried to give you the benefit of the doubt here, but I'm not gonna, I deserve sugar. I know my worth. I know what I deserve. Truth is, some people don't deserve second chances, as difficult as that may be. This is your sign that you need to cut them loose, unfollow them, and block their number. It's time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace, for it's just as precious as gold. Yeah, you are. You are a king or a queen, or, empress or emperor. This is about you not settling for, page energy. If you are a king or a queen and you're standing in your throne, don't take the scraps of some page, right? Female or male, it does not matter. You deserve sugar, not salt. So don't let someone else take away that power, or make you feel second best, or give you some sort of scrappy leftovers, okay? I'm also getting here that There could be people in your energy field that just do not have the mental, the emotional, or physical capacity to give you more, and you deserve more. And if that is something you are currently going through, then it's time to put yourself first here. Take yourself out on a date. Show yourself some self-love, even if that is by walking away. All right, what are you giving birth to? Part 2, right? We see that, yes, you've gone through some situations here in the past, but I get the energy shift. That's why this is a part 2 of the reading, because some of you are still feeling a little bit stuck in maybe the first reading, but you're coming out of it. There's a lot of rewards, a lot of happiness that follow, but I'm getting a more confident, and that was one of the main cards in that first collective reading is confidence, and this is all about you having the confidence to do what it takes. And it says endings are inevitable. Endings are inevitable. And that kind of goes hand in hand with what we just said here as well, because there is something that is ending. And I feel like you are ready to move on to that new beginning. You can see her looking out at the, into the unknown. She has a tear. She has a tear rolling down her face there, but she sees in the clouds that there's her ship. So she knows that there is an ending that has occurred here in her life. As humans, we tend to see things in black and white, forgetting to account for all the gray in between. There's someone in your life who's begun to fade away, or maybe they're gone altogether. Don't fight it. Real relationships are not the same as fairy tales, as we know and love, right? And I think we literally said this in the first reading as well, because this was coming up. There are no neat and tidy bows to tie things up at the ends, leaving you satisfied. Acceptance isn't easy, but it's a thing you need to work towards. We create our own closure. And that message, not this card, but that message literally came through in that prior reading. So I love that it's showing up here to kind of confirm that, yes, we're still talking about you, right? This is an energy of you gaining the necessary closure that you need, but you're doing it on your own by honoring your own self first. All right, let's take a look here now. Oh, there it is. We do have the confidence card showing up here. And I was going to say there's none of the same cards that were showing up in the last reading, which is good because we're moving on from that, or we are embracing, what we're giving birth to. But there's the clarifier. It says it comes with time and practice. So that's part of this ending. For some of you who've had, a loss of a loved one, loss of a job, a loss of an old self, right? This could even be an old version of ourselves. Maybe we now have children where we didn't have children in the past, and we lost a lot of friends because they didn't have children, so you didn't have anything in common. Maybe some of you've tried to lead a healthier lifestyle. Maybe you've quit drinking, or you quit doing some unhealthy, toxic thing, and now you find yourself in a little bit of that hermiting energy, but you will find new tribe. You will find that confidence to put yourself back out there. And I feel like that's what this is saying here. Take yourself out on a date. The confidence is going to come, even though something may have taken a little bit of a hit to the confidence. It could be this ending or some sort of rejection or abandonment. You have here your final outcome, which is part of this 2-part series, Believe in Your Own Magic. That is the name of the deck, by the way. I'll link it in the description box below. It's Lighthouse. And it says, don't doubt your worth. And you can see that she's hanging up a sign there. What does that sign say? I am always enough. You are the lighthouse. So even if that light has went out within you, collective, even if there's some sort of spark that may have run its course, there's plenty of light to go around, and you're going to re-tap into that, reconnect to that energy. And that's what this is about. You're giving birth to a brand new beginning, one where you are aligning your energy to a higher vibration. And sometimes when we already start to do that, that's when these things tend to kind of fall out of our energetic field. That's when relationships start to take turns, and jobs and careers and big changes in towers, because we ascend ascend, and sometimes people, places, and things don't always ascend with us. They still have lessons to learn, or it's karmic cycles that come to a close, and it can be difficult with endings here. But because you have the lighthouse, it's also card 20, and that's like the judgment in tarot, which did come up in the last reading as well. And it says here, there will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things that you are capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. Believe wholeheartedly, collective, in your own worth, regardless of outside opinion. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. I love this final outcome. This wraps up the two-part series, which I've never done before, but we're going to clarify, of course. We'll clarify, but this card wraps up the overall of both readings. So I love it because your outcome, don't doubt your self-worth, right? You are the lighthouse. You are becoming stronger within your own strength, within your own confidence. This is a really beautiful energy, and you're actually going to come out stronger than before you even entered into some sort of human experience, whatever that may have been in the past for you. You're coming out stronger. You're coming out more mature. You're coming out more evolved. You're coming out, it may not feel as confident right away in the beginning. As it says, these things take time and practice, but you're realizing your self-worth. And that may have been a big lesson that you learned. And I definitely see that there's new beginnings here where you're going to get that sugar, collective. You're going to get that sugar, not that salt. So if you've been settling for less, or if someone has been breadcrumbing you, it almost looks like breadcrumbs here as well. I feel like you're shaking things up and you're saying, not today, right? Return to sender. I'm no longer going to just, get your sloppy seconds or your scraps or what's left of you. I want the best of you. I want you at a place where you're feeling good and strong. That's what you are attracting. That type of love, that type of friendship, that type of job. It's one that is reciprocated, not one-sided. So let's clarify this energy here. What do we need to know about the home word, right? Taking yourself out on a date. It kind of goes hand in hand with the mural of be your own first priority. What else do we need to do? What does the collective need to do to really focus on self-love, self-care? Two of Cups. Connect with people who believe in you. Connect with people that you feel calm, you feel balanced with. This can also be very important partnerships in your life, whether it's with a coach, a mentor, a professional, a best friend, a sibling. Maybe this is a lover, but I am getting with the Two of Cups here. This does have to do with, attracting the right things into your life that can help you feel more confident in your own skin. Now, of course, the Two of Cups does show up as a partnership of some sort. So this partnership could even be with your own masculine and feminine energies. Okay, it can be, of course, with someone else, but because we're talking about taking yourself out on a date here. But for some of you, if this is what you want to attract, if you want to attract love or friendships, you must get in that energy. You must embrace the energy of what that feels like. So take yourself out. Even if right now, this energy of this masculine here, or maybe you're female or male, it does not matter, but maybe this masculine isn't physically in your energy field. If you go out by yourself, take yourself to the movie, take yourself to dinner, go on a date, salute, cheers to feeling confident and not needing necessarily someone. But when you feel independent and you don't have to rely on someone else for your happiness, guess who shows up? Guess who appears in your energy here? And you're going to manifest the type of partnerships, whether romantic, whether career, whether friendships. I feel like these are based on reciprocity, equal give and take. So this is really beautiful as your clarifier. Let's take a look at this evil queen. You deserve sugar, not salt. Let's see what the situation is with the breadcrumbing. What is going on for the collective? What feels a little bit salty, right? What's salty here that's turning into some sugar? What do we have for collective, please? salty situation that you're taking, you're not taking the scraps any longer. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're doing your thing here, collective. You are building a life that is, rewarding, that is successful. The Queen of Pentacles, she is someone who nurtures. She nurtures herself, right? She connects to the spiritual. She connects to the earthly. She creates, her own apothecary, her own healing space, her own center. I feel like you are someone that other people look up to. The Queen of Pentacles, she's very resourceful, very practical. She's down to earth. She's chilled, right? She is homey, right? So that could be part of this homeward energy, or she may like to spend a lot of her time at home. But I also feel like whatever you're creating within the home space, maybe you are working from home, you're focusing on family life, you're focusing on bettering yourself. I also see some of you may even be changing your appearance in the upcoming weeks or months. You may be changing the way that you look, but you're independent. Look at all these cats at her feet. And she has the grapes there on the vine. So she's building a life of luxury. And you're not going to let some sour grapes here spoil your taste for life. Okay, you're going to say, I'm going to make some of this. I'm going to make some wine out of these grapes. I'm going to embrace this abundance. I am going to live and lead. And then I am going to, I'm going to conquer what I chose to come here and experience. I'm going to embrace the magic in all things. This queen, she's not afraid of, the physical pleasures and beauty, and others enjoy her energy as well. So I feel what you are creating, what you are birthing, and we had the Queen of Cups show up in the last reading, but I feel like you are embracing your love for life and you're turning it into something quite beautiful that you can share. But once your own cup is overflowing, then it's something that you'll be excited about even more, where then you attract that other partner or that other friendship or job opportunity. Okay, so definitely some shifts coming in here for you, collective. Yeah, you're not letting someone's salty grapes ruin your taste or your flavor for life. Okay, let's take a look at this ending. What are we ending here? Endings are inevitable. Whoa, 10 of Wands. Literally, it says that you are carrying some heavy burdens. Either it was in this reading or the last one, but there's the 10 of Wands that we were tuning into. And so you are putting down a very heavy burden that has been weighing on you. I mean, 10s are all about endings. Endings bringing in new beginnings. So a lot of you are letting go of something that may have even been a 10-year cycle. It may have been some other person's baggage, because sometimes the 10 of Wands is my Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. Sometimes this person takes on other people's stuff due to trauma bonding, due to, trying to fill some sort of childhood wound, right? They say that sometimes we give the love that we didn't seek or we didn't receive as a child. So you may be feeling like you're overcompensating to get a scrap of love because you didn't get that at one point. So you want to help and take care of other people, but at what cost, collective? And that's what you are realizing. That's what you're understanding. At what cost? You look yourself in the mirror one day and you say, what am I doing? I'm worth so much more. I'm worth, this and a whole bag of chips, right? Some of you may even be eating chips as you're listening to this, or some ice cream, but I feel like you got the goods. You bring a lot to the table with this Queen of Pentacles. And if someone doesn't see your worth, or it feels like you're in a cage, or it feels so heavy when you are in this energy or in this environment, or when you talk to this person or trying to work on this relationship, you're putting something to rest here. There is an ending because it's felt heavy. And you can see this dear cat clinging to the back where she's trying to climb up this hill with all of those broomsticks, right? And it's a burden. She's feeling exhausted. That's what you're putting down. That's what you're putting down. So let's clarify here your final outcome, which I'm so grateful. This is the card that came out for you, Lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. Let's see, when you believe in your own magic, collective, let's see some of the beautiful things that you are manifesting. What do we have here for the collective? What's the lighthouse energy all about? Self-worth. When we feel like we're finally confident to take action, what are we manifesting in our lives? What are we manifesting? Whoo, look at this. You're manifesting an ending to pain. You're bringing in some good fortune. Some of you are ending a very painful karmic cycle. Where you've been at your wit's end. 9 of Wands. Yeah, this is what you're letting go of. Beautiful. King of Wands. You're traveling. You are having some life experiences. Some of you are entrepreneurs. You're going to reach people on a global level. Some of you could even be manifesting a King of Wands, someone who brings you out of the comfort comfort zone of maybe your small town self, right? Or small town, I feel like for some of you, you felt limited. Maybe you've lived in the same place your whole life. Maybe you wanted to go explore, live someplace else, go travel, or be with people who were worldly or experience, where someone or a situation of the past may have been holding you back, may have been limiting you. Okay, we have, look at this, King of Wands, King of Cups. Beautiful energy here. This is emotionally based commitments, because there's the 9 that we see showing up, and I feel like 9 was significant again, because these are back-to-back readings. I think 9 came out in the last one, but you're definitely shutting down some cycles. There is some sort of completion here. You've completed a very difficult time of your life. 3 of Swords in reverse. You're coming out of this here. There's forgiveness. There's, truth. There's healing. There's been some difficult truths that you've had to accept, that you've had to embrace, you've had to end. But look at this. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in here. Now, this is you getting your dharma. Good karma, right? There's good karma for you going through some of these experiences in situations where someone of the past maybe going back around a karmic cycle because they didn't learn their lessons, and you're willing to jump off that karmic wheel and say, all right, I'm birthing something new into my life. I don't want to feel like I'm, backed up into a corner. And she's a wounded warrior. You've been wounded, but you're also turning those wounds into, healing, into growth, into new opportunities. And you're putting down those wands. You're putting down the heavy burdens because you're putting yourself out there. You're not going to make yourself small anymore. And that's part of this lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. Don't make yourself small to fit in this box, or to, hold yourself in some sort of confinement, or hold yourself in the energy of the wounded warrior and this 3 of Swords, because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long road, a long journey. But the fact that you had 2 queens show up and 2 kings, if this is partnership for you all, if this is partnerships in career, partnerships in love, that's what we want, right? We talked about the queens and the kings attracting other kings and queens, not pages, right? We don't want to attract people that we have to mother, people that have those deep lessons, even if it's past life and maybe roles are reversed, or maybe you have some karmic situations. You finally jumped off that wheel, and I feel like you are now attracting more of what aligns with your growth, with how far you've come. And I'm so very proud of you. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to favor you because you've learned, you've earned, right? I'm getting learned and earned. You've learned and earned some beautiful lessons, but you've also learned some, opportunities are being presented to you here with this Wheel of Fortune. This is a turning point in your life. It's a turning point to bring in more fortune. It's a turning point to, not repeat a cycle of the past. So whatever has gone in the past, which refer back to the part 1, whatever has gone on there, or even the 3 of Swords here showing up, I feel like you're putting that behind you and you are definitely moving forward and giving birth to, it's almost like a new life for a lot of you, giving birth to a new life. And something needed to close here in order for you to step into this king or queen energy. And it's coming in. Some of you, there's going to be really great news, a lot of abundance coming in sooner rather than later. And you're going to re-spark that light within yourself and you're going to shine brighter. It's like you're the North Star here. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of attention, a lot of success, a lot of acknowledgement, and other naysayers or other people that try to steal your thunder. You're going to say, nah, not today, right? I deserve some sugar, not some salty attitudes or some salty, projections coming at me. Not my circus, not my monkeys. So that is what I have for you, collective. I hope this is helpful. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps the growth of the channel, which also allows for the divine messages to get out to those that need it most. Feel free to subscribe, share, like, whatever you feel compelled to do. I am greatly appreciative for all of your support. Thank you so much. Till next time.